Hello, welcome back. Last time I managed to solve the ice puzzle I was stuck on, did not solve the fire puzzle that I was stuck on. I'm gonna go back to the icy zone and try some more stuff down there before putting in another shift at the hot zone job. Let's say the closest one to the ladder, which is Frostfire Crossing. So few elements, just 5 push blocks, and 1 pressure plate and a door. I'm gonna stop there. But yes, indeed, there are not very many things in this puzzle currently. Remind me of something. This motion only propagates when the thing being run into is on ice, right? Yeah. So that will propagate onto the gravel. And when it propagates, does it continue like this? It does! Neat, okay. So I feel like that is going to be the key to doing what I need to do here. So I need to start a motion that ends with block on this plate while I am standing here. And then that monster block goes in the coals, right? Okay, so basically that would amount to... this is not going to solve the puzzle, just doing it to demonstrate. That would amount to this here. These two in this arrangement. No. No, actually. Okay, that's fine. I want to shove something from... Okay, can I just build it up here? This might actually be very simple. To set up. Both ways are the same. Am I short an ingredient here? Yes, I am. That's okay, I can add it... Oh. Okay, so this might be the crux of the puzzle now. Because thing is, if I push this... That don't go there. Okay, well, I mean, the simple way to do this would be... Okay, never mind. There's a little more to the setup. Unsurprisingly. I could probably build a team... Don't like that. So I need what I had with that push block there, but also with a multi-push here. How do I stop a multi-push in that location? Well, I can do it now. Right, yes, I can do it now. And I just need to build using this block instead of the other block, because that one can be manually pushed into place. Okay. No issues, just gotta redo what I had done. There is fine, actually. In fact, there is arguably perfectly optimal. Wait. Yes, the parity is correct for what I'm trying to do. There we go, and then you get replaced where you were. And I think that's everything. Check it, huh? There we go. And I had just enough time to do that. Okay, and you burn. And everybody is happy. Alright, cool. So yeah, this was a good room to come to because it fills in a gap between these two, which I was wondering about. Access Quandary. Well, I get a prime key just by walking in here. That's nice. Access Quandary indeed. So I'm totally... This does not connect to anything I can ever access from here. That's a one-way, although it could be the one way that could be, like, actually opened up from below. But even if I did that, I wouldn't do anything in here. Oh, this is weird. Why do you exist, ladder? Huh. How strange, because there's no way you could ever get to or from that ladder. Okay, well, let's just Staff maintenance access. I have to come at this room from all the way up here. Okay, I have viewed access Quandary. Alright, I solved a puzzle. Should I go to hot zone now? I'm not ready. I want to stay in the cold zone. Let's do order since I've stepped into it so many times. Alright, there's same number of elements as before. No, one more. And an additional door. And stacking. Stacking is here. Okay, no. Several more elements than before. Alright, don't go in here. You get trapped forever. Let's see here. I'm thinking about silly things now. So when you saw Leaf do this and get trapped, that wasn't Leaf actually getting trapped. That was Leaf standing at the room edge and imagining what he might do to solve the room. Then he stops imagining and is here in the real replay unless you do the same thing and reset again, in which case this was also imaginary. So the one run that clears the room is the canon one that actually happened. All the others are in his imagination. That's how that works in the universe. Anyway, so what am I trying to do? Open this, which is done by sacrificing something there, which is done by pushing a monster block in. Okay. I need to use the Okay. So not so simple. I can't just push that in and sacrifice bit get trapped, or push in with this and sacrifice without getting trapped. Not so simple. So I'm gonna have to build some sort of tower of sorts, because I will be up high pushing this off of something elevated onto there. Okay, so first thing feels like it's gonna be... First thing feels like it's going to be stack monster block on top of push block, but there's an issue. Suddenly it's not a monster block. Okay. That's alright. The monster block can be the one that goes here. So the order... Ooh, what is the order then? If I did this too early, now that's up high. Okay, I think what's going to happen is that first the monster block sits here. I put that other block in a bad place. Leaf imagined that, rewound his imagination, and now this might be the real world. Okay, so first I put this here. Then I'm going to multi-push one of these across it so I don't have to actually step there. So handle with this thing. Okay, do you have enough blocks for that? No? Yes? Maybe. Why is that there? Because it's supposed to be. So like this? Okay. Okay. Okay, that works. Cool. Alright. Well, both of those seem nice and straightforward. Drain. Okay, a puzzle I can actually do here with hint of a passage I may be using in the future. From beyond many star doors. Many star doors. I have 0 star keys. There's one in this room, though. Okay. Drain. This looks significantly more complicated at a glance. Oh dear. Pre-stacked. No stacking of my own, I note. Probably. Maybe? How do things get started, though? I guess I have to build my own bridge and then bring something to boost me up? And then I can do... nothing. What? What? Can I... How much bridging can I do? A little bit. Enough to at least... No, I have to be standing... If I had to be standing here, that means there's no bridge to my left. Well, I guess I could do this. Since those are multi-push, none of them are stuck. I also could have pushed a monster block there, and I guess I would need to... Even so, I still don't have enough. Not 100% clear on what I'm trying to do currently. And stack of 2 monster blocks here. Oh, and this doesn't really want to go, huh? I mean, in a roundabout way it can. I'm just trying to get something on this plate. And that something's going to be pushed off of that stack of multi-pushes. However, this doesn't work. I can be up high, but I don't have enough things to walk across, making this move and then getting here. If some of these monster blocks could die, that would help. But they won't. How do you open with that? Okay, this opens both of those. This opens by this switch, which also opens this? Once I've hit the toggle switch, 3 things go in the water, so I just need 3 things free, and then the puzzle is done. Not so simple. The 3 things have to specifically be these 3 monster blocks. Those are stacked. I guess they stay that way until I push them into the water. Because the only accessible water tiles are these 4. Those 2 are not, and nothing else can kill a... well, that's inaccessible. Nothing else accessible can kill a monster block. That's opened by this, which is weird to me. I guess the implication then is that I'm putting one of these onto that plate? That's the best reason I can discern for those to interact. How is something staying on that plate, though? I can bridge here and walk in and walk out and accomplish nothing. And I can't give myself enough of a run around to be able to, like, do something like, Oops. Something like this if I had one more multi-push here. If I could. I mean, there are other problems with that too. Several. I would need a bridging implement to walk from here up to here. Yeah, idea was I would walk around there and push this multi-push off onto that pressure plate. Once that's held, the puzzle's done as long as these are not locked up. As long as these are still free to move, and I'm free enough to move to get here. Assuming those things are true, then I should be able to do everything else trivially. So the whole puzzle is getting a block, could be a monster block, onto this pressure plate. Aha! So observation. The only way to unstack this is not just to put it in the water. I could unstack that manually. by doing this set of actions. It's going to be a little involved, but I certainly have enough ingredients to be able to do it. Let's see, where's the best way to set this up? Something like that? Yeah, there we go. Well, cool, but now there's a multi-push block on top of a monster block, and that's no better. Okay, well, I could do this if there were some reason I cared. I don't see why I would. Just in case that matters. Still, I still result in having 2 stacks of 2. Like, I have not increased the number of stacks or the amount in a stack. I've simply swapped one of these 2 with one of those 2. But I can do that if I wish to. I don't yet see why it would be productive. So to get something here, what are the possible angles of approach? South to north, that's the only one. Unless it's me that's on it, north to south is viable. Can't put something on my head, can't drop something from my head onto here even if I had it. Can't bring a block around this corner, that's definitely not happening. So in some way I'm pushing a block over top of this door from south to north. Or I guess I could go west to east, and then south to north. Neither seems plausible. I mean, south to north is closer to plausible. Because, like, this looks a lot like a bridge. If I could, like, invert this door, then something could maybe happen. Okay, now hold on. So doing the switcheroo that I did... Oh, that does do something, right? No, what would that be? Again, what is even the difference? It doesn't seem like there is one. Well, okay, I did that. I still can't walk on the floor formed by this. Like, I still have one stack that I can push something off of, and one stack that I can't because I can't stand on its bottom item. Is there some bootleg way I could maybe stack without a second door to stand on here? Not that I can imagine. You really do need 2 doors in a row to stack, right? What are the requirements for making a stack? I can't actually enumerate, like, the full dependency chain of stacking. Don't ever put something here, you won't get it back. Unless you're ready to not have it back. Whoa. So, right, my next action that I would like to do, if I could somehow pull it off, would be putting this here and pushing that block north onto this door. I suppose I could push it west to east if I were up there somehow, but that's super far away from my only means of elevation. Hey, wait a second. That's not my only means of elevation. Check this out. Yeah, I've already kind of evaluated this, but let's evaluate it again. Because remember, I can do this and now I'm up high. But I do not have sufficient blocks from up here to be able to get around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This one on top of this stack is not free. The other 2 monster blocks also cannot be used. It looks like a shorter path to go from here to here and push north. But it's not short enough. Again, building the bridge this way just doesn't let me get up there because the door is inverted from how it would need to be. So I need a move that ends here with a block going onto this plate. The only move that does that is this one. And that leaves an elevation 0 space behind me. So I guess one of my questions is, could I somehow end up with a monster block on top of a multi-push without a multi-push ending up on a monster block? That seems implausible given the elements that are available. So no, I don't think there's a way to do that. Yeah, I'm just kind of one short. One short? Maybe multiple short. So I can do this, and that's how I did the switcheroo first. And this block right here is a higher value one than that. Even if this multi-push were free, that's still not enough to do what I want to do. I want to stand here and push north. I'm going around to the north. Going around to the south is no better, as far as I can tell. That still puts me 2 steps away. Still puts me 1 steps away. If only I could pull this off. There's no way I could somehow, like, push a block without walking to where it is? The only situation where that's possible is if the block overlaps with statue rubble. Or like a fence or something. I don't think there are any others? Like, how could I be blocked, but the block be free? Only with statue rubble or a fence or something. So that's not going to be it. Okay, so I think, like, just reading between the lines, I think I've been led to this as, like, the thing I would try first. Then, based on seeing that I'm short on resources to do it, I need to come up with something different somehow. I don't think it's, like, radically different in that I'm not putting something on this plate. Okay, so let's start questioning why certain elements are here. For example, why is this passage? I think that's specifically for later so that I can get the thing back that I put on the plate. Oh, what if... No. So yeah, the real problem is that this stack has a monster block on the bottom of it. Even though I can push the top item off by staying at a distance with a multi-push block, that will always result in a multi-push block being on top of a monster block. To fully unstack this without anything why do I care to unstack this? Wait, don't I only care to unstack this? Ah, no, because I still need something in a stack to be able to push this, do this push at all. So yeah, remember, so I have a situation where if this multi-push block could be pulled off of that monster block, I could totally place it there and walk across. Right? I think so. How would I do that? I would do it by having this placed all the way over here, put the multi-push there, walk there, do that, do this. That way I don't have to step in the thing occupied by this. Okay. So is that the crux of the puzzle? Get this off the monster block? That seems impossible, though. Is there some way in which it's not? There, it's off. So yes, is there some way in which it's not impossible that does not involve me dying? A way to create further stacking does not feel productive to me. I want to reduce the total amount of stacking. Okay, so... Well, hang on, I'm gonna keep this... One unstack short. So keeping that, let's do a simple unstack on you, and then see where things land. So I think I can technically kind of get closer to my goal state by doing this. Sure, so let's pretend that's fine. I'll put this all the way over here. Right, that sits there. These go here. This goes here. This goes... Wait, I have an extra multi-push. I have an extra multi-push now. Okay. So right, pretend this is a 2-stack. And there we go. That is held, and the puzzle is solved. But it's not currently a 2-stack. If I could elevate this and put it up on top of those... Aha! Okay. I think I see something. Yeah, okay. Does this resolve? I think it is okay to unstack this up front, if what I'm seeing will in fact resolve. Here, I don't need anything extra tools, just do it. So first do the unstack. I have all the multi-push blocks down on the ground. Okay, the next thing I wish to do... I'm going to be bridging up here. This doesn't work, does it? Well, are you sure? I'm trying to come up with a way to have something positioned here, and then after that, I use this to elevate and like build myself a bridge here so I can go in a little loop. Why was this going to be productive? I think it's not. Because I'm still using that to get up. And while I'm up here, I can't move things around in a way that helps anything. Yeah, because this is locked behind already elevating on this, I still can't turn this into like an independent source of elevation that I can use to also stack things. Okay, now hold up. So just looking at my goals a bit differently. If I have something on this door, I've already won. So putting something on that door just to stack it to later push it across the door doesn't make any sense. Alright, everything I'm thinking about just doesn't quite go where I want it to. But yeah, I think what I want to do... So one unstack short here. Just go to the end. Well, okay, I don't actually want this. Like, swapping those doesn't really do anything. The crux of the puzzle... Wait, why is this necessary? One unstack short. Why is that one unstack short? Why can't I just unstack this with what I was doing and have everything work? Ah, because I still need a monster block up high that I can handle. So now I'm one stack short. Yeah, so I have everything except I'm one stack short. Yeah. No. Maybe? No. Right, this goes here, this goes here. And it's not even that, it's more like... Yeah, like sticking this up on top of that. Okay, sure. So a stacking operation that would put this on top of there, or an unstacking operation that would get this off of there. Either of those two things would resolve this, but I don't see either of them being possible. Unless... Okay, one last thing here. Let's see, I'm gonna put this here, that on the other side. This here. That there, this here. This isn't hard to do. Wait, no, I went... oh, no. Dang it. You go there. You go here. With those intermingled... With those intermingled, I don't have the opportunity to actually go... I was gonna go to the water... and like just vault over this door early. Can I still do that? Let's see, that would involve... no, because I'm one unstack short of doing that. I mean, okay, I could... wait a second. I mean, that's no good, but let's, okay, alright. Ah, so involved. Like that. Has identical properties to putting something onto this plate. Putting something in this water is exactly as hard as putting something here. Unless this passage is involved, in which case that's an asymmetry. Okay. But I'll save the state just in case it turns out to be something. Alright, Drain is tricky. I have seen its tricks. I see its core impossibility. I don't see how to overcome that impossibility. Okay, well, cool. So I've experienced that and solved 2 puzzles, and that's some good progress. Currently available to me. Halting problem, and whatever's beyond this door perhaps, and hot zone. Those are my choices. Alright, next time one of those things.